Hey, what is up guys? Today I'm making a very quick video to help you find your way with runes and items on Riven. The runes are basic and pretty simple, but there's like two different common alternatives. So before going for the alternatives, let's talk about the main tree that you will almost never change. So as for Keystone, you want to go Conqueror most of the time, actually all the time, followed by Triumph as it is the best option for the champion. And as for the third line, you want to take Alacrity like 80% of the time, at least that's what I do. And you can swap it for Tenacity if they got like way too much hard CC in the enemy team. I automatically take it if there's like stuff like, I don't know, Fiddlesticks in the enemy team. And Last Stand is most of the time the best option, and it synergizes way too well with Gordrinker anyways. Now, as secondary, it will depend on your summoner spells or your playstyle. So, if you run Teleport as a spell, then you may want to go Sorcery secondary and pick Nimbus Cloak for some extra move speed when teleporting and when flashing. It makes the engage and the flanks way easier, and it also gives you more chance of escaping when you flash away. Then you want to go for Transcendence for the scaling and that good old CDR. But then, if you run Ignite and go for an aggressive playstyle on a game, Resolve is a really good fit. You usually run Shield Bash for some damage and more aggressive opportunities, and then most of the time you want to go for like Bone Plating, that allows you to take safer trades in the early game. But sometimes you may want to take Second Wind instead, into for example ranged matchup, or even like Volibear that procs your Bone Plating without even having to trade because of his passive. Unflinching is also a good solution sometimes if they have like way too many hard CCs. When it comes to the items, the most common build is pretty straightforward. You usually want to complete Coffeed Warhammer first and then complete your Lucidity Boots. Those two items combined give you way too much CDR, which is perfect for trading or to move around the map. In some situations, you can allow yourself to get a pickaxe first before buff items if you can actually afford it during the first recall, unless your matchup relies a lot on CDR. After that, you want to go and complete your Gordrinker. Once completed, you want to go for a Black Cleaver second item. Before, you could actually afford to go for something else, but since it got buffed, you really want to go for Black Cleaver secondary in most cases. As for the other remaining items, it's kind of situational, so here are the different common options. Death Dance. If they have a lot of AD, it gives you a better dueling potential against them, and it also gives you a lot of survivability in teamfights if their most important damage are AD. Guardian Angel. It's good into ADs, and it also gives you a better engage potential with your flash and allows you to go deeper to get their carries in a teamfight. Lord Dominic. Really good against tanks, and when the enemy team starts to get a bit too much of armor. You can sit on Last Whisper for a while though, before completing the item if they have like not that much armor. Sterix Gauge. It is good against AD or mixed damage threats. If you struggle to survive in a teamfight because of the burst, this item may help you to survive and to deal damage in a fight. Maw of Malmortius. It's a very good item against AP champions if you really struggle against the magic damage they have, but you cannot build like Sterix and Maw because the passive is unique and I think now it's blocked anyway. Chumpunk Chainsword. If you end up building an Executioner's Calling during the game because they have too much healing to reduce, then you will have to complete the item at some point later in the game. So, if you get to that point, I recommend Champunk over Mortal Reminder in most situations, even though Mortal Reminder can actually be fun sometimes.